Last time, you guys had your first really big shopping episode, where you got to go around the market district of Aurora's Rest and talk to a bunch of shopkeepers, get some things purchased, sell some things, start to trade off some of the magical items that weren't really suited for your particular group, but were able to exchange them for some things that you needed instead. And you also had quite a bit of conversation up at the temple, deciding where you were going to go, what was going to be done. Dro got a bomb dropped on him, and you guys are starting to see the space that helped shape him. And now we emerge from you guys coming out of Trixie's stop of the glass dome, sitting underneath a tree that had high shelves with miscellaneous magic items. And you guys walk out, and what do you go do next? What's on your mind?
Gem store.
Okay. Doesn't take you very long to do so, but you eventually get to a place. I lost my pen. Get to a place called Petrie's Pretties, and it's this very square shop, which everything here is pointed, except for like this one shop. It looks like it's a perfectly cut cube, and each one of the walls is a different shade of gemstone: sapphire, emerald, ruby, and I mean, you can't really see the top of the roof, but it's probably something else. And in the corner of the shop is where the door is like cut out, and there's entryway in. But it very clearly looks like gems. You walk in.
I wonder if I could just break off a piece of the wall here. No, I won't do it. I just...
Yaslin's monkey bear?
Just looks like
that's
the whole
right.
thing is a gem.
Yaslin has a monkey, that's right.
Listen, it's cute, okay?
No, I grabbed 2 pens just in case one of them didn't work. And both of them don't work. This time I have 4. One of these will write for me. Okay, so you guys go in and enter into the shop. And you touch on the door, and as it swings, there's one of those like half circle like windows up top, and as you move, it's like exaggerated light going through glass, almost like prism like, but it moves very rapidly, and it's like a very sparkly display as you do. It's like, and it kind of has like a sweet little jingle to the sound of the door opening as well. And inside, there are just rows and rows and rows. It's kind of like a fan starting on either side of the shop and kind of like rotating in slowly of all of these different rows with lots and lots of gems on them. And in front, there's a little circular table that kind of blocks off most of the rows. And in the middle of it, you see a very tiny bird person, probably only about this big. They're like they're like owlin size, but it's not an owl. They've got a very round bottom, thin little feet. Not much differentiation between their body, like their body and their neck and their head, and a long, skinny beak with like short hands with little claws on it. And the feathering pattern is like brown and white, and they have essentially what are like blue overalls with like a red flower in their hair. You say, and there's a few people like roaming about in the shop, but they're looking over at their shoulder saying something to somebody else, and they come back and they, hello, welcome to my shop. I'm Petery. What are you looking for?
We are looking to sell.
Ooh, sell what you got.
We've come into quite a few gems. We're hoping to sell, and perhaps if you could cut some to size
Ooh,
as well.
ooh. Show me. And she like hops out of what's not even a seat, it's a stool. She hops off of her stool, lands on the table in front of you, and like gestures to like lay them out. This bird person looks like a kiwi.
And the bag of jewels.
I'll lay out the gems if we're trying to sell all of them and break the diamonds. We don't.
Okay.
Above table, none of you need any of these gems for spell components, right? Oh, okay. Cool.
I totally need them for my spell components.
For
spells.
that magic missile wand.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I have
Eat
to
the
load it
gem
with
as hard as
something.
possible.
Hey, in one of my other
Your new
campaigns,
throw
our
off- your new throw off
barbarian
is-
ran out of ranged weapons and killed my lightning phoenix with a rock he found on the ground.
Gosh.
So we have. There it is. We have a bunch of gems, but we also wanted to cut the diamonds into 300 gold worth pieces.
Or trade them for diamonds of that value if you can keep the stone the full size.
That could work as well.
I like that a little bit better because every time that you actually cut a stone, you end up losing some of its quality. The larger the stone is a whole, the better. So overall, and she looks down. Did you lay them out yet?
Yes.
Yeah, she goes over and like reaches down and grabs the diamond, like starts lifting it up. She's like, ugh. And she like has to like reposition, like squat a little bit, like pick it up. And to her, it's like this big. It's only like that big in total. And it's like, this is, oh, ooh, and she drops it and it just lands with a bit of a thud, like, and like just rolls to the side and kind of settles down. And she goes over to the side, puts one hand on the edge of the desk and like reaches under into like a drawer, like, grabs something and comes over, and like it's like this eye lens that she puts on. She looks into it and she's like, this is pretty. Where did you say you find it?
Found it.
You didn't, but tell me
On
anyways.
our travels.
On
our
your
travels.
travels. This is not a normal stone.
In what way?
Yes, it's a diamond, but it's... Diamonds have a way, all gems really do, of explaining a little bit of where you're from. It's kind of like an accent for stones. They tell you kind of what part of the world they came from, and I don't know the accent of this one.
Aeon is a
Long
strange
abandoned.
place.
Aeon is a strange place. New stuff comes and goes all the time. But, so I suppose it's not all that surprising. But I don't see it very often, so it's still kind of fun. Sure. So, and she looks at them. Remind me, I don't have the notes. What do you guys have for gem values here?
We have a
5,000 gold.
5,000 gold ruby.
Mm-hmm.
We have 1,000 gold. We have 4 1,000 gold gems. One of them is a diamond. We have 4 500 gold gems. One of them is a diamond. And then 4 100 gold gems. It's up here.
I'm not tracking it.
I just responded
thank
to your
you.
comment.
Mhm. Cool. Okay. And she kind of gathers them all and like piles them up, generally according to value. Like, all right, how much are you looking for all of these? And you want to convert these ones into diamonds? Good. Did you take out the 500 gold diamond or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so it's there as well.
The 2 diamonds we were hoping to get for 300 gold diamonds for the 2 larger diamonds.
Sure. If I tried to,
Somebody help
for
with
example,
that.
if I was trying to split them down to 300s, your 500 wouldn't quite, or this one here, the smaller one, it wouldn't quite make it to what you're looking for. But if we're just doing straight trade, we can swap those out. I can do about 5 300 gold diamonds for those. And just like, take the 2, I'll give you 5, they're smaller. We'll call it even there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now for the rest of them, how much were you wanting?
Let's do math. Somebody's better at it, please.
It was $17,000 worth of jewels altogether, so minus the 5.
I totally should have wrote that down because I did the math last week on it.
Minus 1,500, right? Because we just took away the 1,500 worth of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say it was? 1,700 or 17,000?
17,000. That's what's in the notes right above the one that you linked. Yaslin wrote out 17,000 worth of
Okay.
gems.
So what's 17,000 minus 1,500? That's 15,500. Approximately 15,500 would be
Give me
acceptable, but if these are so rare, perhaps they are worth more due to their
Some-
unique signature.
somebody who might have any understanding of gems at all. Give me an intelligence check to appraise these.
Oof.
Unless you want to go another route in the conversation.
I don't have a good int. Oh, we have
have
figured
the
this out
same.
last week.
Yeah.
We all have the same intelligence.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I'm not shy to dump sorcery points if I need to re-roll this.
The real reason she played a balanced Sork, so she could go shopping. Oh,
Oh my
it wanted
God.
to be a 20. Drop that Sork point.
What the fuck?
That's a lot better than the first one. Okay, so this was to appraise them. Margot, you don't have a firm grasp on it. Like, somebody else always did the shopping for these sorts
Oh,
of
she
things,
did
and
the
like
shopping. She just didn't care about what it came out to.
right, and like when it comes to like jewels and stuff, it wasn't really like it was usually she was shopping for things that were like already cut into like jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, your guess is somewhere between about like 12 and 20,000.
Say 20,000 due to their unique nature and the abundance of gems we have provided here. You said you have not seen ones with such a signature before?
That's true, but like you said, it's also Aeon. It does happen, kind of on and off. So, Margot, give me a persuasion check. If you're trying to go that high.
We're doing sorcery point.
Okay.
That is better.
21. Okay. Give me your dice.
You let me roll. We know I roll bad. Seamus, where are you?
Aren't you supposed to be the silver tongue?
You've got charisma also.
Okay.
It's not about charisma, it's about luck.
You don't have that feat. Thank God you don't. It'd be so many
I
rerolls.
won't have sorcery points by the end of this.
Okay, she kind of looks all of them over. You're too high on your estimate. But, I don't stay in business because of taking advantage of people who don't know my own trade. That'd be kind of a jerk thing to do, so I don't really do that. Plus, word gets around that if you're not being fair, you don't last long here. Like, you gotta be a shrewd business bird to be able to, like, stay open in Aurora's Rest. The location and everything. This is premium territory. People pay a lot of money here for a lot of things. So if you're not, working your salt, you don't get to stay very long. So
You don't want to be like that Theo guy undercutting business from others.
what's a Theo?
Oh, I heard about this cube dealer just outside of town that's been hustling people. And really hustling other sellers, I guess. He's undercutting the market.
Huh. Perhaps. I hear about that from time to time. Cube, you mean thermals?
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Not my business. I just... She picks up one of the rocks, one with kind of like a blue, like, swirl, and she's like... She could, like, presses her cheek against it. I like my stones. That's the ones I gotta pay attention to. Okay, how about this? There's a lot of these that are pretty cool. I can sell this story. So you're definitely high, but not high by that much. I'll give you $1,650 for the lot, or $1,650.
Look at Seamus.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
I'm glad somebody did.
You won't be when you see my roll.
Seamus, for all the time that you spend on thinking about wealth and stuff, having like actual jewels in your grasp and like in your proximity probably was never really the kind of wealth you were expecting. I think money, gold, coin, the currency of the world, was your primary focus. So You don't have a lot of reference to go off of here, and she seems to be kind of singing the same tune as everybody else.
With the
Um,
hesitation from Margot, can Dro do one in the back? When it gets that awkward silence when everyone's just staring at each other, no one's saying anything.
Are you using your eye?
No.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no. Exact same.
I think it sounds like a worthy deal.
Yeah.
Perfect. I will get you card. Give me the card.
We have a card. Yes, I take the card from. I think Yasmin has it.
Sweet. And like she
Yeah.
starts like looking over things and like doesn't even like look at you. She just like reaches over and touches it, and she like picks one up in particular. My. Where'd you say you got these?
On a ship that cannot be found if you know that it exists.
That sounds wild. Cool. These feel like they've been around a long time. Sweet. I got what I need. Oh, and she does a little like wave of her hand and like mage casts, and like there's like a handful of like $300 or 300 gold diamond that kind of like fall into place with you. And you come back. Send people back to Petrie whenever you get a chance.
Absolutely, you will be our first recommendation.
Yes, I will. Okay, bye. Hey,
Where's your
put
doing
that down.
business?
I'm not selling that one. She like starts yelling at somebody else. All
Where
right.
to next?
We could. I think we could go to the armor. I still want some spell scrolls. We could go to the potion shop.
Petrie, do you know if the scroll or potion or armory are nearby? What's the next one on our way here? One of them's called Just the Tip, I believe.
I forgot that.
Oh god.
I forgot about that one too. I feel like I trolled myself. It's like,
Big Swole might be the other one. The potion.
oh yeah, Big Swell's sort of nearby. Used a couple blocks over. Scrolls, you said? Scrolls, not rocks. We're talking about paper.
Maybe Fry's
Yep.
scripts.
Fries, Fries. She's such a sweetie. Yes, she's actually both of them on their way. And she like points like down and to the right of like where you would exit to her shop. 2 blocks that way. Take a left. You'll be at Fries. Another block left and a left, but then you kind of have to curl around. It's a little bit in like an alley. That's where Big Swolls is. And just the tip. I don't know about that one.
Well, thanks for your help. We'll be on our way.
Very welcome. Okay. Somebody give me an investigation check as your...
Seamus. Yeah.
20.
Yeah, Seamus, you're kind of used to navigating in big cities. Especially crowded ones. The view and the facade of this one is different, but the way that people generally work and function and display themselves is about the same. So yeah, very easy. And Seamus, you're just looking for like shop locations.
Yeah, just trying to get us, from one shop to the next as quickly as possible without causing a stir.
Okay, sounds good. All right. A few minutes in, there's still like beautiful smells, sounds. Yaslin's monkey is probably made at least 2 attempts to steal something from a stall that seemed delicious. And you make it over to Fry's paper or Fry's scripts and paper. And as you go around, kind of the corner, this shop is split in between 2 sides on the walkway, and you see Fry's scripts and paper, like in this archway connecting the 2 different sides of the shop. And it's almost like this person bought out 2 stalls that were facing each other. And they were facing inward. But the arch and the shops themselves, the bookcases, everything is made out of folded origami-style paper. And the sign, all 3 signs, are ink. And you walk up, and there's a bunch of people around, and like both of the sides of the shop like go deep, and you've got like some staff members over here on the left, some on the right, and a little girl skips up to you as you approach. She's like, "Hi." She's got like 3 long like braids coming down of her hair. She's in kind of like this orange dress. She's got like a thermal cube on that looks just like a little root dangling off of her chest, and her feet are bare, even with the thermal cube they should be pretty cold. She's like, "Hi."
We are looking for Fry.
"Hi."
Are you child saying you're in charge here?
"Yeah, totally. Welcome to my shop."
Inside check.
I goddamn it.
Roll for it.
There's a part of me that wants to do it and just not say anything.
It's a really good roll too.
Yeah, like, she doesn't blink, she doesn't budge. Like, for all intents and purposes, you read that she is being completely serious. And Margot, it's a little weird for you to use your muscles that look down. I mean, I guess you got used to it with Tierman.
That's true. Okay. I'm looking for a few scrolls. Some scrolls of Revivify and a scroll of Arcane Gate.
Ooh. Well now. You're looking for rising fun stuff, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff, maybe, but not the other part.
Sometimes you can't have one without the other. Let's see here. I forgot to look up how spell scrolls work.
I don't even know how to price those.
I used to. Okay, so the spell scroll bears the word of a single spell written in mystical cipher. If the spell is on your class's spell list, you can read the scroll and cast it without providing any material components. So, Margot, I don't believe Revivify would do anything to help you.
Not for me, but Dro could use it. He's part
There we
paladin.
go. Yep.
Does it say that It just that sentence that you just read said that if it's on your spell list, you can read it without the material components, but that doesn't indicate that you couldn't read it as somebody else.
With the material components.
Right.
You can read the scroll and cast it without providing any material components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible.
Gotcha.
Yep. I just stopped short as we were describing it. I'll just post the whole thing. Oops.
I think it's just
So if it's higher than you can cast, you have to make a check to see if you succeed with the scroll
There's
or
a
not.
casting modifier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do. I'm just looking up some pricing. Get out of here.
I think the 6th level one should be like. God, I looked it up last night. Specifically how much all of those scrolls cost. I totally forgot it already.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, let's see here. I gotta look up the spells.
That Pathfinder rules. I was like, that's really cheap.
No Pathfinder here today. Okay, so Revivify.
Arcane Gate.
This.
If we can get a couple spells of Revivify, we might fucking need them, knowing us. We've gotten
That is
close
true.
a few times.
Means I can kill you with extra juice.
Yeah, that's what that means.
Okay. Okay, 3rd level spell, that would be an uncommon. Okay. And just gonna kind of look over at you. Okay, so Revivify. She kind of looks at a lot of you. Is this for you guys, or do you have? Can somebody cast it?
Yes, we have somebody who can cast it.
Okay, cool. I'm just checking. You'd be surprised how many people are like, "Hey, I want a wish spell," and then they come and buy one. They're like, "It doesn't work," and be like, "Yeah, because you can't cast magic, dummy."
Morgan, would Dro know he can cast it?
Give me a Arcana check.
Pretty sure when Margot says we have someone that can cast it, she's gonna hear in her head, "Ooh."
You don't hear a response back.
Yeah, and really, that's what you want? Huh. Okay. Sure. So Revivify. How many do you want? And how many do you want of the other thing?
Well, what's the cost of the 6th level? The Arcane Gate, and what's the cost of Revivify? We got to price this out first.
Universe rest. Nobody pays attention to money here. Don't worry about it. I'm just kidding. It's like 600 gold for the Revivify.
And the other scroll?
That one, little, part of the come by, and let me see, 6th level, that's a very rare.
Oof, that's a low price. We did spend like 6,000 on Dro's armor.
Honestly, the higher one is, I mean, we're talking about Revivify. No, as far as like the kind of tiers of magic that are associated with things, the Revivify is kind of in the third class, and it's at the upper range of third class. So it is a little bit more expensive. The one that you're asking for, that's in the sixth class, but it's a little bit more towards the middle of the bottom. It's not that much by comparison. We could be doing a lot worse here. We're talking about 20. No, sorry, not 20.
Like 20,000.
So it's not that bad. It says 20.
20,000. Okay, I'm seeing two things here that are saying about the same.
We made money.
That's such a huge jump from third level being 600 gold to sixth level being 20,000 gold.
Oh no! I misspoke. It's not that.
Like several 100% increase.
Let's just,
Oh, yeah.
you know. It's when like having a wizard in the party becomes like really nice because they can just copy spells for like 50 gold a level.
Yeah, but also wizards
You need to
are
do
just
to do that.
wizards are a total
Yeah.
money suck too.
There's like
They're constantly copying scrolls with their special paper and their special ink.
we need special
yeah, for
paper,
sure.
special ink, and time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Imagine
so
8
we
hours.
moved that one.
Putting in 8 hours just so your wizard can copy a couple scrolls.
Okay. This is mostly me trying to figure out my math. We're talking about 7,000 for the other one. So we're talking like big tier magic here. It's not that cheap. I mean, you use it in the right situations, and it's worth it. It can save your life. It can save your time. It can kill somebody that you need to kill to be real dead and all that.
What if we did like a package deal? We got 2 scrolls of. I'm sorry, what was the price of Revivify again? 600, right? Okay.
600.
2 scrolls of Revivify and this one for 8,000 total.
Roll a persuasion check.
Trying to shave some money on the top. I'm trying to pull a Seamus.
You can do it.
I'm not very good at it. Fuck it. You know, that's what sorcery points are for.
Listen, if any of us could do it, it would be you.
That's not
Based on-
bad.
Man,
I'm
I
gonna
finally.
use all my sorcery points on this shopping.
And she looks at you and she's kind of like, "You're funny." You know what? You made me laugh because you're doing weird stuff. My brain totally just stopped. So it'd be 8,200. And instead she's asking, or you're asking her for 800 flat. She's like, 81. Ah, 80-50. How about that?
I think we can do that.
Okay, 80-50. Sweet. And 3 scrolls. And she looks over and there's like, you look down and there's like a copper ring on the ground, like built into like a ring inlaid into the stone below her. She looks at it and snaps, and from the ground it goes, this spiral ripple that looks like fire at first, and then you realize it's actually like just glowing paper swirling all around. And she reaches into it and like grabs a piece of paper and like puts it in her other hand, like does it a couple more times, and grabs all three of them. And starts to roll them up. And then she snaps her fingers again and spirals back down in her little summon of and like as she does it, like there's some people across the way that like do a little clap. They're like, oh, did you see that? It's like, yeah, I haven't heard of that. It's like, oh no, you don't know? Oh, you're missing out. Freya's paper elemental is amazing. Fries, not Freya. You should see your work on the magic side, like in the magic arena. That is freaking cool. And then like they walk off. Let me see here. Seamus, give me a... Are you paying attention to... Or rather, how closely are you paying attention to all this?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not zoning out or anything. I mean, I personally might be zoning out, but Seamus is not.
Cool. Give me an Arcana. Give me Perception or Arcana to try to kind of decipher what's going on with this elemental.
Oof. Maybe Seamus is not paying attention.
I think Seamus might be a little bit in awe. And she hands over, and she just like puts her hands to it and like touches them, and each one of them gets like a little wax seal, like. And she puts them inside of rather nice, like scroll cases. They're kind of like blue and gold filigree on the two revivifies, and then the other one is like this green base with like almost red and like aggressively yellow filigree for the 6th level. She hands them over. It's like, you're welcome.
We will certainly be back if we have any more time to spend here. That was incredible.
You like him?
I do.
It's fun.
It was amazing. I've never seen something like that.
Pretty much nobody else has. You came with me here.
This
Yeah.
was lovely. We will certainly recommend you.
Perfect. Alright, I'm sick, guys.
And as I turn to walk out, you're gonna hear in your head now, Joe, these are for you. And I hand you the 2 Revivify scrolls as I attach the 3rd scroll to my waist.
Why?
So that you could save our lives if we die.
Right.
Right.
Stares at the scrolls and awkwardly puts them in the bag of holding. Very confused.
You might want to keep them a little more readily available. You don't have all that time to use them if we go down.
Just kind of stops. Where do you recommend I keep them?
No, I have my tether to my waist. I don't know. Figure it out. Come on, we have more shopping to do.
Where are we going next?
Seamus said he wanted to go to an armorer.
I think the potion shop is also right nearby here. I
Oh,
think
yes.
just another left and down around the corner to the alley, I think she said.
Let's do that then.
And again, it doesn't take you very long to go, especially not with Seamus leading the way with his 19 passive investigation, if you guys are just trying to like A to B it. And this time you come up on a very sturdy looking space, and it says Big Swole's Alchemy. And like as you get up to it, the doors are huge. They are like 8 feet tall and look like they're made out of like heavy wood with like banded iron and whatnot. And as you push them or start to, they begin to open on their own. And you walk inside. It's a little bit darker. It's a little bit like outside is very bright, very vibrant, and in here it's like low lighting, probably on purpose. You see a whole ton of potions that are like hanging high off the ceiling, and like the bottles are being suspended by ropes or little chains, and there's almost no inventory like in like a normal person's reach. There's some like low shelves, but behind the shop, or behind the main desk. That's what I'm talking about. Desk. That's a word. You see a very, very tall minotaur, and he is hugely buff. Got little red accents on leather and on his vest, even like around his horns, and he is very, very beefy. He looks up at you, he doesn't even look up at you. He's like still like mixing potions with a giant hand. It's like basically gripping what would essentially be like a small cauldron in one hand and using it to like pour into another and like swirl them like in opposite directions. Doesn't even look up. Welcome to Big Swirls. What are you looking for? Like he's just starts working, and like as you walk around, the light from above, and you're getting a little bit used to like being doused in random colors. But the lights shine through the potions at every different angle, and depending on which potion it goes through, the light on the other end plays differently on the shelves or on the ground or against your clothes or against each other's face. And the monkey is definitely like climbing up onto Yaslin's head and like trying to reach for one that's particularly pretty.
Hi, we are looking for healing potions. Is that, I assume, something you could provide?
What kinds do you want?
How many guys want? Kind more smaller or some bigger?
Like in the middle? I don't know how healing potions work.
So are we just talking about like a group of... You want some of each?
To that, yes. A few of each would be probably ideal, right? Maybe.
I can do that. And so what are we talking about, 3?
What if we did 4 of each, so we each have one of a different level, and see how much that comes out to?
Alright. Well, basics are about 70. The next level up is about 280 apiece. After that, it goes up to 3,000, and about 26,000 after that. Got plenty of each if you want them.
I just got.
Maybe just 4 of the lower and 4 of the next tier and stop there.
Margot,
Okay.
Margot, in your head, you're gonna hear, "Don't worry about me."
I'm going to worry, and I will
I have
force you
some.
to drink one.
I have some.
How much?
3 normal, 2 greater.
What is wrong with you? Okay, we don't care about that. We'll reduce it then. Fine, we don't care. Um,
So
now my
three,
math's gone.
3 of each. I'll
Three
take
of
3 of the
each,
280
yes.
and 3 of the 70. That should be 1,050, I think.
If we got 6 of the, or do we want the? Yeah, 3 of each is probably fine.
You know, we've got to figure out our transportation out of here.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Seamus, do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if you're looking for transportation, there's a fellow who came in a couple days ago. He said he was lounging around. Let him know about any potential people who are looking for an airship.
Did he? Does he seem to have any inclination to a certain place he's traveling, or just a ship for hire?
Should sound like ship for hire. Like he's in between gigs or something. Maybe like wrap something up. Wasn't terribly specific. Seemed like a good guy though. A little odd.
Where can we find this fellow?
Yep, and you're right. My little dark man. That'd be 1,050 for those sick potions.
Excellent, we'll take it. And did you have the
Thanks.
name of that airship fella?
Just, Yep, 1 second.
That's good.
Hopefully he takes card.
Right. Sorry, trying to pick something up here. Wasn't expecting this to come up at the moment. Fellow called himself Warden, I think. And, he said he was staying at one of the taverns. Let me see which one. I think he said Laughing Satyr.
Do you know which direction that is?
Oh yeah, no problem. Oh boy, I cannot type today, guys.
So we got the 3 of us got 1 normal and 1 greater healing. Was that it?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. So besides the healing potions, looking for anything else? I got other potions do all sorts of kind of stuff. Made it myself.
That looks like quite the assortment in here. I think that's it for me. I don't know if anybody else needs anything.
I got stuff that can make you tough, make you disappear, make you fly between the walls. Pretty amazing what you can do with these little bottles and the right ingredients in them. You can do just about anything you put your mind to with the right stuff.
I think we might be set for now, but we may return if we get such an inclination to do so.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, where's your card? Let's do this.
Wipe the card. End the card, whatever it is. Tap.
Alright, cool.
It's
He
tap
just like
system,
reaches
obviously.
he just reaches over and like with a big finger, like the finger is almost as big as the card and like just gives a gentle flick.
Told you
and
it's a
then-
tap system.
It's far more secure that way. It's like, yeah, if you need anything else, come let me know. Come across anything interesting, I'd like to take a look, 'cause I'm still learning Minecraft too. I don't think I'll ever be done with that task.
Awesome. The armorers now? I refuse to say the name of that shop.
She's looking for just a tip, I believe.
He reaches up and like touches the tips of his horn. Like, it's a good name.
Visual is not helping.
Or what? Because there's two of them. Like, anyways. Yeah, you'll find them. Just go down the side of the street. There's a street sign. You'll be there in about 8 minutes or so. Well, I don't know. You people. When I walk, people get out of the way. Then I get to walk fast. So I don't know how long it'll take you littles.
We appreciate your help. So
And for reference, this dude is like almost a large creature. Like, he is like pushing the borderline of like what a medium creature can be. He's enormous, both in stature, presence, height, all of it.
it's just smugly looking at the others as they look up and she's like, now you know my neck hurts all the time.
Alright. You guys get out. Yaslin's being very quiet today.
It's shopping. She's just trying to make sure her monkey doesn't take anything.
You like lose track of him for a second and like look back up, and he's got like a very small, thin, like gold chain hanging out of his mouth.
Okay, give it here.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Oh Jesus!
Yes.
Oh no! She's like, uh-oh. Oh no, I don't think this is... Oh, Yaslin's actually good at animal handling.
Okay.
Really good.
Nice.
He looks at you and goes, like does this slow, like slobbery release as it like gets into your hand, and it's like the smallest potion bottle in here. It's only this big, and the inside looks like pure liquid silver.
What is this, a sample?
He looks over, he's like, oh, gross. Would you mind cleaning that off first?
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, I deal with like...
Oh,
And he reaches over and grabs it and's like, much appreciated. Control your little man, please. And no, that's not a sample. That's probably one of the most potent things in here. I didn't get it. He's been on your head the whole time.
You know, I lost track of him for a second, and he's new.
Yeah, well, fella's got good taste at least.
What is that?
Oh, this?
Yeah, what was that?
Kind of grabs it, looks at you. You ever wish you could be hit less or be tougher?
And everyone behind me nods.
Yaslin's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I feel like I do pretty well in that department.
Yeah, well, you look... He kind of like stops and like looks at you. He's mostly been like looking down at his work as he's been going on. Kind of looks at you and he's like, all right, I see you now.
Yeah.
That foreign lady. And he leans down on big elbows. What are you doing later tonight? Shop closes around 4 or 5 a.m.
So here.
You know, I'm probably gonna be hanging out with all of them.
Margot's in the
Alright.
background shaking her head no.
Alright, well, where are you staying? I'll come by and say hi. Even if your friends are there, I don't mind.
Where are we staying, guys?
What is it called again? I need to find it in my notes.
You guys are staying at the Runic Tankard.
I look at them like, do I tell them? The runic tankard, if you must know.
All right. I'll drop by. Anyway, he kind of gives you a little wink and goes back and picks the thing up by the small, thin chain again. This here lasts for about a minute, but turn your body to metal.
Oh!
You could still move. You'll be slow, but you'll be tough. It'll be hard to hurt you.
Like, dang!
Yep. You ever in a real pickle? This one will possibly save your life.
Okay, well, keep that in mind. I don't think I would need it necessarily.
He opens up his like a little pocket on his vest and sticks it in there. He's like, I'm gonna keep this one a little closer this time.
That was probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I mean, do we need anything else, guys? Okay.
How is Dro reacting right now?
I was
I'm
rolling. I
serious.
literally mentally rolled to see if I could do a deception, and it's a dirty 20.
Oh, can I insight check him? Because I'm in it. Well, Mind Link doesn't actually give me insight into his head, but
No, it doesn't.
not detect thoughts, unfortunately. The one time I really wish it was.
What's he thinking?
Hmm.
Kiki wants to know.
Right. I don't think Margot would think to check Dro here.
Margot is so oblivious to anything in the relationship realm, she wouldn't even know. She has
Yeah,
zero
not a clue.
idea about anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
She is the most
Preach.
naive baby of them all in this.
I also
Preach
rolled
and fire.
to
The fact
see.
that I have a girlfriend is a miracle.
I also rolled to see if Joe would accidentally let something slip in his head. But
Hmm.
with a dirty 20.
Okay.
Margot's like, this guy's really nice, and he's being really nice to Yaslin. Why not? We might get a discount next time.
Are we, guys, are we... As she, like, turns back to the group, she's like, are we really back to the runic tankard tonight?
We'll see.
All right.
Okay, well, it's up for debate. We're kind of busy.
Right. Welcome back.
Yeah, if
What's-
if we see you, I mean, we'll
What's
wave
your
you
name?
over.
What's your name, little miss?
Yaslin.
Eddie. He reaches for your hand to like grab it with his like open palm.
she
That would
like
trigger it.
if she pauses for a second.
It
And
gets
then take-
really fucking dark in the shop.
And he,
There's the roll that was bad. That was hoping that.
and he like he kind of like goes for it and like goes to like kiss Yaslin's hand and like opens up his eyes and he's like, do you cast like darkness?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, oh, it's
And he
dark.
opens up, he's like, that's weird.
What's going on?
Turn off the lights.
They're not mine that turned off.
I'm gonna look at. Well, I can't look. I'm gonna say, Seamus? Is that you?
I thought it was me.
In your head, Throw? Was that you?
Right.
Time to
Are we
go.
under attack?
Right.
And all of a sudden the room returns to being like full brightness. And you just see his hand like dropping down. You mind not doing that again, whoever that was?
Appreciate the help here. I think we should get going. Thank you much.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright. See you later, Yaslin. Name's Swole.
We'll maybe see each other again, Swole.
I hope so.
I think
She leaves
Yaslin's
the
the
shop,
first
she
to
turns
exit
to
the shop.
Yaslin.
Yeah, Yaslin like
You were so
full
nice.
pivots
I've
and
never seen somebody so like kind like that. I don't know why he. You must have just. I don't know. He was so nice to you though.
Oh, you know, maybe
I was hoping he
a
would give
little.
us a discount. He seemed to want to be your friend.
You, I know it was a slip of the tongue, but I'm pretty sure you just said dicks count.
Discount.
I've been inverting saying something about being a little horny, but
You know,
Minotaur and all.
yeah, I'm sure he's a nice person.
What do you
But
mean
we're.
horny?
What are we talking? What?
Should we head over to just the tip then?
I don't-
Was that you,
Okay.
Dro, that did that?
He doesn't say anything. He just keeps his head down.
Let's move along before your
Oh,
monkey gets
it
in
might be
any more
me.
trouble.
It wasn't me. I don't know why someone would do that though.
Happy fun.
All right. Next spot, you wind up over at just the tip. And Seamus, this time navigating, you're a little more purposeful and careful. But you feel confident that you arrived at the correct spot. And as you walk in, there's no blacksmith shop here. It's just like the storefront, and there are a lot of like fine dueling weapons inside. And the sign says and then like it's just got the end point of a rapier as like the last one. They don't spell out the word tip, they just imply it with the sword. And as you go in, like I said, it's display cases and armor stands, all sorts of things like that. And at first you don't see anybody in there, but there are lots of stuff on the walls. What are you looking for?
I guess the shopkeeper to ask him what kind of magical rapiers he has in stock, or she has in stock, or they have in stock.
Okay. You can go up. There's this kind of bead curtain sitting there, and as you try to get their attention, oh, I've got the game paused probably this whole time. A kind of like long-haired man, like the hair goes down almost like a cloak sitting in the back. And they've got a very thin, like straight-lined mustache with a thin beard in the middle. Probably like middle age. Some of it is like gray and white streaked. And the person comes out in kind of like this tunic that is like multi-layered, and they've got like a little jug that's made out of like some sort of like gourd that they come out with, and they're drinking, and like the shop definitely smells like alcohol. It's like, hi.
Top of the day to you. I'm looking for
is it-
some magical
Okay.
rapiers. Did I come to the right place?
Oh yeah, we got all the pointy bits here. Yeah, rapiers, cool. Anything specific you're looking for? Anything? You're just looking for something that, you know, is a little stronger than your normal, or what are you thinking?
Have you heard of a lichen rapier?
Lycan rapier, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. They're a little hard to come by. Well, that's what you're looking for? Not, I mean, I've sold a couple, but usually I have to tell people what they are. I don't usually have people coming and asking me directly for them.
I do a monster hunting from time to time and have use for something of that nature.
Interesting. Sorry, reading. Nope, we're losing people. Says, yeah, I think I got one in the back. What you looking to spend?
To be honest, I don't know what a sword of that type would go for.
I have too many tabs open. And kind of looks at you and he looks over and like from his hand, or he kind of like flips out the jug, and the jug has like this little ethereal tether that goes across the room and like grabs one of the rapiers off the wall and comes back to him. He puts it down in front of him. Only reason I get these in stock, the only reason I keep them, is because we've got a high amount of Lycan rotation here. No, I know. Something about the cold? Maybe because they've got all that thick fur and whatnot. Lycans do tend to stick around to places that are a little bit more chilly, so they don't get hot. And then again, they're kind of a magical monster, so who knows what it is, why they do anything. Something like this, and he lays it out in front of you. It's a bit of a specialty item, and it's potent. This is about... He sits there and like looks like he's like doing mental math for a minute. These are... I sell these for about 9K.
I'm afraid that's probably going to be out of my price range. But I'll keep that in mind.
Understood. Yeah. Ever change your mind, let me know. Man, I've got some people that come in from time to time that if they're willing to do some work, I'm happy to drop the price down too. Let me know if that suits your fancy.
What kind of work?
Depends on the skill set. And he kind of like... Seamus, give me an insight check on him, real quick. Ooh, it was almost a 6 instead of 13. You get just a hint of him looking at you and kind of like taking your measure with eyes that are very sober for a moment. And he's like, well, it depends on the skill set. If you're good at killing stuff and you said monster hunting, now there's people who like to hunt. There's people that like to all sorts of stuff. Got the arena fighting. Sometimes they bring monsters into there to make it a show. There are people who like to, be guided out and to have themselves be protected while they hunt the big scary monster thing outdoors. If you're good at sleuthing, we got all sorts of deals that people need things to be looked up on. And, we're also got, plenty of people to entertain here and plenty of things to be made here. So, that's one of my gigs. I work as a middleman to make sure talent goes where talent's needed.
Well, I don't want to speak for the others on something of this nature, but if you need some sleuthing, I might be able to help you there.
Sleuthing. People don't usually take me up on sleuthing, but that's good to know. And no judgment either way. What's your I'll just say it as it is. What are you willing to do? All above board, private eye sort of stuff? Or do you like getting your hands dirty a little bit?
I certainly prefer to keep things above the board. Obviously, I wouldn't want to get into trouble with anybody.
That's a good man.
You know how these things go. Sometimes the work you end up taking, you don't know who the buyer is or what kind of information it is that they're after. But certainly I'd hope that you would want to keep it on the up and up for sure.
I hear you. Loud and clear. Yeah, I think we can find some stuff for you. What's the name?
Seamus. What's her name? I didn't catch it.
Kyan.
Kyan. That's a good name.
Thank you. I like Seamus too. That works. Well, Seamus, I've got an associate who's got a touch of the magic-y abilities. I'll go check around, see what people need. And if they need something, I'll send you a message. We'll coordinate from there.
That sounds great. I appreciate your honesty with me here. And looking out for some business and trying to make a deal happen. If I could be even a little bit more honest with you, a sword like this would be a great favor to me. I lost a close friend to a liking, and having something like this could mean the difference between getting them back or not.
I see. I will do my diligence with all due haste in that case. Give me until about the end of today.
I'll check back on you.
Lovely. Nice to meet you. And the rest of you. Kind of shakes his gourd. Now, if you don't mind, I have a nap that I was thoroughly enjoying. Goes back through the beads. See you tonight.
Until then.
Okay.
Any other shopping we need to do?
Do we want to find our potential pilot before he gets snatched up by another interest? Or do we not want to save that for later?
No, I think it's worth swinging by the Laughing Satyr, checking it out.
To note too, we still plan to use the teleporter to get to the guild first and then come back.
Mhm.
So when we talk to this pilot, we might want to inform them that it might be a few days before we actually need them.
True. It might be better to, if we can put him on hold. Worth the discussion, is it not?
Morgan, on the way to the Laughing Satyr. You know what? I'll just message you it. Never mind.
You're muted,
Muted.
just so you could get that out of the way today.
Right, once a day. It's like a currency. I feel weird if I don't. Dro, give me a perception check.
Is there any like street food vendors on our way?
Lots. You basically can't go 3 or 4 shops without one of them being Tasty Foods.
Cool. Might get something for me and the monkey.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I don't know if I know what a monkey's diet exactly is. I just know it's probably not the same as mine.
Give me an animal handling check again.
No way.
I'm so good at this.
You pick it up, you like open its mouth and
I'm
like see that
open your mouth.
it does indeed have canines. It's like doing the thing. It's like, nah, stop. And it's got some flat with that, and like you've seen this pattern of teeth so many times before, and you know monkeys from back home. They are a little bit omnivorous, but mostly they prefer plants.
Okay, so I don't know if we can get you like a portable salad, but maybe we'll see if they have like some fruit or something.
That's the quote of the session: a portable salad.
Said by a true carnivore.
Berries, and then she said portable salad. That's the name of the session tonight, portable salad.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna look for like kind of like one of those like stalls that sells like food on skewered sticks.
Oh yeah, there's lots of those.
And I'll get the monkey some like variety of fruits, and I'll get some like just like sauteed meat.
Okay, cool. The whole thing costs you about 1 gold, 2 silver for what is essentially just a snack. Unless you go for a bunch of food, and then in that case it's, you know, probably like double or triple that. What you got is essentially like a snack size serving. So duplicate that out however many times you want for Yaslin to be satisfied in the moment. And if she's like full on like Wolverine clawing like all this, like that'd be a great visual.
I feel like she definitely has like all of them in like one hand, and she's like.
Okay. Oh, okay, got your perception check. Oh, Ro, I'll... Um, not that's how I spelled it. Okay. You guys head out of the blacksmith shop and go towards the Laughing Satyr. This one, as you get close to it, you're in the market district, so you have to go a few blocks over to step out of the market and get more into the areas that will have a little bit more tavern and whatnot. This area in Dro can help guide you. It's called the Starlight District. The Starlight District is where the all the well-known taverns are. This is where the music halls are. This is where the festivals tend to have their parades, things like that. This is not the entertainment district, which is like the big, flashy, huge shows. Think like very Las Vegas, like casino level performances. Starlight District is more just people who are smaller and great at their craft, like entertaining people very, very well. Certainly not downtrodden or small in quality or anything like that, but it's not what would essentially be like multi-million-dollar productions. And as you get up to it, lost my script. The Laughing Satyr. This one you come up to, and it's actually like the building actually has like rings, or it's got like several layers to it. But the entire archway that leads into the main portion of the building is covered with horns of different sizes. You do see like a pair of satyr horns right up at the top, and then a wide variety of horns kind of like decorating this whole thing. Anybody who's interested, give me either a medicine or a nature check if you want to like identify any of the horns that are up there.
Why did I roll a 20 on this? Things. All the things.
Oh, the
Gaslit and
long.
Dro know where to drop their low numbers, that's for sure.
Back to physical dice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll accept.
Margot, you do see some things that come from things like you recognize, like the horns of a behir are here. A large lightning salamander-esque creature. There are some minotaur horns, some that belong to what's probably like some version of a centaur. There we go. That's the name I was looking for. Like a certain type of centaur that only exists in kind of the forest areas near your homeland. And I think, why would Margot know randomly a lot about horns?
I imagine like the way they, specifically the Vlasislav tribe is set up, it's like a permanent war camp. So a lot of their structure is probably like hard style tents, like permanent tenting, but it still like looks like tents. So there's a lot of boning in the structure and bone architecture. It's meant to look like, best real world association would be like a Viking-esque type of domiciles. And that's probably one of their main decorative, because all of the people go out and hunt themselves as part of what you do is you go and you hunt for yourself and you build up your own kind of repertoire of that. I don't know. I'm pulling shit out of my ass now.
That's perfect. It makes sense.
It tracks.
It does track. Yeah, so you're able to pick up about 70% of the horns that are in this collage. There's another 30% you just haven't seen before. Yeah. Anyways, you go in. As you enter in, the tavern itself is loud. You can hear this thing coming from like 2 or 3 blocks away. There's lots of live music that's going on in there, and there's a lot of let me see here. Sorry, my brain totally stopped. As you go forward, into it, it's loud, it's boisterous. There's people dancing in like large open spaces. There's people dancing on tables, not in a sexy way, but like people are like celebrating. This place is just very, very vibrant. There's a lot of smells of like earthy food, roasted spiced meat, ales that smell of the earth, and there's a lot of folks in here that are just joyous with activity. As you look around, the entire space is depicted of like ridiculous and rambunctious scenes caused by satyrs who are known to be absolute party animals. And this tavern is designed to capture that.
Move around for the. Did he give us a physical description? Or
No, just a name.
I'll go up to the bartender and ask the name that I don't know where I wrote down.
Okay. You go up, and this time of night, you know, it's 2 or 3 hours past opening, and you get a kind of a moon green skinned tiefling woman with horns that are so curly they almost like frame her cheekbones. And she's got like little spines that run up the back of her hands and like up her tail and up her neck. And she is like busy like talking to somebody over at the other end of the bar, and she's like leaning down and engaged, and like her tail is kind of like swiveling and twitching like back and forth, and somebody from across the bar yells at her, "Adalia, I need another drink." "Joe, would you time that?" Anyways, what were you saying? And she kind of goes on and, "Hey, Gina, go get Joe another drink. He'll need it, otherwise he'll keep yelling."
Margot's standing on her tiptoes. Probably lost in this crowd of people.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Is there anybody who can help us?
Oh, just a minute. I'll go talk to the newbies. Hello, newbies! Welcome to the Laughing Santa.
Quite the place you have. Extensive collection of Once.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Uh,
they're very fun, aren't they?
they are. They're from even across the ocean, which is quite an endeavor.
Yep, I got a brother who I helped this place with, and loves to travel, loves to go find new adventures and wine and foods, and it's like his way of bringing me a souvenir for whatever he comes across.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
We came here looking for a pilot, actually. We were told he's staying here, and I can't for the life of me remember, because apparently I just wrote down pirate in my note. Pilot, and didn't write down the name. I
Warden.
thought he was Greco or something. What?
Warden is his name.
Warden. Oh. Oh, that guy. Yeah. Yeah. Guy's apparently been looking for work, and he told us that if anybody's asking for him, to point them in the right direction. She looks around. Ah, there we go. I think that'd be him. Kind of over in the back. Maybe he's playing a game. I don't know. Tall guy. Dresses well. Ish. Looks different, but not so different that it's weird. You'll find. You'll probably just. I don't know.
What is it he was drinking? Do you know?
I'm gonna roll for that. I rolled a natural 1. He bought some food. He didn't order anything to drink. It looked like he already had a flask with him. I don't really care.
Do you have any Rivan vodka? You said your brother travels, right?
Oh, he does travel. Yeah, but there he is. Yeah, over there. He looks like he's playing a game of darts or something. Go talk to that guy. The tall one. Blue and purple colored. Noah, would you like to introduce your character? And, nah, honey, we're not fancy like that. We don't carry the Creevon stuff. It's too expensive. Only stuff that's here.
2 whiskeys, just 2 drinks that you...
Easy! And she gets them laid out for you.
You grab them and start walking towards him.
Sounds great. And, Noah, you're in the middle of the Laughing Satyr, a very lively, loud, tavern where there's lots of, like, rambunctious pictures of satyrs doing crazy stuff on the walls. And you're in the middle of a group, just having some fun, throwing some darts.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Alrighty. So before you, as you approach, you see something that is quite different than you've come across in your travels. It is a very tall, lanky, skinny thing. And as it moves its arms, you see this like natural chitinous armor on its arms and its hands. You see a teacup raise into the air, a pale white teacup. And as that hand raises into the air holding that teacup, you see another hand underneath it reach below and grab a dart. And then a left hand reaches out and grabs a dart. And then a hand underneath that reaches down and grabs a dart. As he holds up his teacup, he brings his head back to drink, and you see 2 long, blue with little bits and splatters of like purplish pink antennae that just kind of wiggle back and forth as he takes a drink. And he says out loud,
Well, it's been a little while since I've done this, but we'll see what happens.
and all at once he throws all 3 darts and his teacup onto the ground, shattering brown liquid onto the floor in front of him. He looks down, and then he turns around, looking over at the bartender. And if he had the ability to turn red, you would see that he was most likely turning red. As he turns around, you get to see the front of this person. The front face is truly something out of nightmares. His eyes are very insect-like. They're big bubbles with a whole bunch of indents all over them, and they shine kind of like a whitish red. And then his face is that of a caterpillar. There's a whole bunch of tiny little like white teeth-looking things that stick out from the neck area. And then it's got the actual mandibles where the mouth is, and they all just kind of move like if anyone played Halo, the way that the elite's mandibles move like that. You can't really tell if he's got the bottom part of a jaw or if it just kind of like goes mandible up into into his body. He does not wear any shoes whatsoever. Instead, he's just got really big alien-looking feet with two clawed toes that kind of dig in a little bit into the wood, though he can't really help that. He just has really sharp little toesies. And then, clothing-wise, he's wearing some basic brown pants. They got some nice deep pockets to them. He's wearing a brown belt that goes around him. At his side, next to the pockets, are two even darker or lighter brown holsters that have two guns in them. He wears a large brown apron like that a butcher or a blacksmith might wear. And underneath that is a very nice prim and proper brown vest with yellow undertones and a red tie and a mint-colored shirt underneath all of that. The red tie goes underneath the apron and the vest, and it seems to kind of perfectly match with the brown. Though the mint shirt is a little bit awkward. It kind of complements some of the colors, but also seems to stand out. Atop his head, he wears a very classic World War II English or Russian aviator helmet with goggles that are very strange. Goggles that a normal person would not be able to wear, as when he would pull down the goggles, they would go over his big side bug eyes. They're very, very round goggles. And there you go. There's your description.
All right, and for our
Chat.
attempt at getting this shown on Midjourney, here we have it.
Margot stops in her tracks, drinks both the whiskeys, puts them down,
Oh my god.
and gently shoves Seamus forward.
Yes, excuse me, good sir. Would you be, the warden, Mr. Warden?
Right, yes, that would be my name.
Pleasure to meet you, and I stick out my hand and shake maybe one of his hands as I sidestep around the teacup and darts on the floor.
He elongates a hand very similar to his feet, with two large fingers with big claws at the end of them, and it grasps your hand in a hearty grip and shakes.
Quite the grip you got there. I heard that you might be a airship captain looking for some passengers, maybe.
Right, yeah, I am most definitely an airship captain who is looking for some passengers. Do you have the ability to pay?
Quite so.
Okay. Would you consider yourselves to be lower class, middle class, or upper class adventurers?
Depends on the day, to be honest.
what kind of day is it for you then?
Let's say it's probably about a mid-class day.
Right. So I'm thinking a good nominal fee would probably be around like, oh, what, 10 gold a person, 15?
It seems quite reasonable, to be honest with you. We plan on being in town for a couple more days. When are you headed out?
Well, since we've just struck an agreement, I'm heading out whenever you would like to head out.
Did we just strike an agreement there?
Well, we already shook on it.
Well, I believe that we were just shaking to get to know each other, not on an accord.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well, then, if the agreement has not been made, if you are not looking for an airship captain, or rather are unable to make the decision fast enough, I will likely be leaving at the first time that somebody offers to hire me.
How big is your ship? Can you tell me more about your transportation?
Well, the ship itself is quite rather comfortable. There's plenty of space for each of you to be able to stay individually in your own room. It has plenty of weapons just in case we were to be attacked if you're going into enemy territory or something like that, and it's crewed by me. I am a very capable sniper, and I am an even better pilot, which hopefully would be able to just get away if any issues happen. Meanwhile, at downtime, we do have various different forms of strategy games in which you are able to play as a singular opponent or against multiple opponents should you so desire. I also keep card games. You have the ability to lock your own doors, which you might be surprised about. Not a lot of people actually have that on their ships. Of course, there is plenty of storage. If you are to be looking to store animals or carts or carriages, that should be able to fit into my ship. But do keep in mind, you probably won't be able to fit any more than like 6 to 8 people on the ship. Plenty of storage for that many people, not enough for like, I don't know, if you wanted a small army or something like that.
Can I roll
no.
insight to see if he's upselling his ship?
Absolutely, you can.
That's a natural 20.
I was hoping it was going to be a natural 20.
For 26.
Noah?
So, there is most definitely a little bit of upselling, but pretty much everything he said is true. You think that the space is where he's upselling it a little bit. But as for the commodities and how nice it is, he does seem very genuine.
And weaponry. He was
Yes.
He was accurate on that.
Yes, there are defensive weapons.
Okay. There goes my nat 20 for the night.
Okay, Margot burned hers on horns.
Yeah.
On horns! Fucking horns!
On the decor. Me asking for you guys if you want to roll on stuff is really just me baiting out your good rolls so I can kill you later.
How much would it cost us to procure the ship to wait in dock here for us for those couple of days? Then it sounds like you've got a reasonable price for passengers, but I definitely want to make sure that we don't lose you.
Well, let's see. Are you still thinking that you're gonna be middle-class passengers for the next couple days?
Turn to the group and see if I get
much
any
if we-
signals.
What does that even mean?
Instead of just
gonna-
keeping you in dock and sitting here, hired you as additional security to support us. We may need some support, and as you said, you are a great sniper, or so you claim.
I mean, if you're looking for security around this place, I'm sure that that's something I'd be able to provide. I used to do a little bit of that when I was out and about in the world, but yeah, so how many days are you intending on staying here?
To be determined. But we can hire you as security for those days.
Right. So, keeping the ship in the docks a little bit more expensive than just security. Well, I'd be happy to be around for security and whatnot. Per day, it's gonna be a little bit heftier, and this one's not on me, this is kind of more on them. It would be 20 gold a day to keep the ship waiting here. I don't know if that's a lot for you, or if that's not.
And how much for your services of security on top of that?
What are my chances of dying?
Slim to none.
Oh, well then for that one I do like, I don't know, 5 gold a day? I feel like that one's
For
reasonable.
25 gold a day?
For the ship
Yes.
to be docked
Yeah,
soon, yeah.
yeah, that one. Sorry, I've been drinking a little bit more today than I... No, that's not true. I've been drinking the same amount as I normally do.
I think 25 a day is reasonable. What do you guys think?
How drunk does he look right now?
Muted.
You're muted.
Of course. Twice in one night. Going strong.
You didn't
the,
want to no one know that he's here.
Oh, that's right. No, I didn't get to see the last one. It's been a while since I had to give him a mute check. Your natural 20 on him still holds strong. Just for fun, give me a perception check with it. And how close to him are you?
I think Dro's standing next to Margot. So, however,
I'm behind Seamus, yeah.
yeah, so I'll be right
Yeah,
behind
this one is
Shayna.
also like taking a step back.
You said perception?
Yeah, give me a perception.
16.
16. Okay. With your natural 20, he's definitely like weirdly buzzed, but you don't smell alcohol. Like he's got all the. He's definitely reading drunk, but there's no booze smell.
Is the mind link still connected
Mhm.
in your head? Are we really hiring a drunk sniper?
He seems like somebody who would not ask a lot of questions, which I think you would prefer.
Yep. And the fact that we said he wouldn't die.
It's slim to none. I did not guarantee his life.
Good thing Seamus is talking. I think Joe would kind of a little relaxed elbow Margot just to mess with her while to start that conversation.
I think we can be amenable to that.
I just want to let you know so that we're above the board here that we are doing a little bit of sparring potentially later this evening. So we might want to put your skills to the test as we do that, just so that we know that what we're paying for, we're getting a good quality marksman.
Well, yes, well, I can most certainly promise a good quality marksman. However, I can't really do sparring very well. I'm not much of a boom boom kind of guy.
Neither can I. You'll get the hang of it. You'll see what
Oh.
we mean.
Just I guess if we do get into it, it is for practice. At least it seems as such. So if you do get a chance to go for the kill, maybe don't.
Won't.
Don't have to worry about that with me very much. I will get the kills sometimes, when it is necessary, but I do not go out of my way to kill things. That's kind of the people who ride with me. That tends to be their whole shtick.
Interesting. Well, that's just for this potential practice that we're going through. We would want you to go for the kill potentially in other security cases and not have to define it as such. But we'll start with today in the evening and see where that goes from there.
I've done enough practice in my life that I would be able to tell the difference between someone who is attempting to kill you versus someone who is attempting to break your nose. And thus, I am quite capable of realizing when to use lethal force and when to break the nose in response.
Good to know. Well, it sounds like you got yourself a deal then, Wharton. I'd say welcome aboard, but it sounds like that's something you should be saying.
That's right. That is my line, actually. And once we actually get to Gale... Oh, I miss Gale. I will be saying that line happily.
I'm taking it Gale is the name of the ship.
Well, that would be a really good guess.
Well, if you are settled up here, perhaps we should return for our practice, if you would like to join us.
Sure. Why not?
This way then. And I'll motion back towards the front.
Okay. Anything else that you guys are looking to do before you go back to the temple?
I think we got it
But-
on our list, right?
Around what time is it?
Because we were leaving at like 7 p.m.
Yeah, at this point, travel down the mountain, hit a few shops, lots of walking, some talking. You're looking around midnight or 1, which is kind of midday for the nightlife of Aurora.
Oh, I was like, we
Do
could drop by the
Runic
tavern.
Tavern.
I was like, we could
Yeah,
stop by
let's
the
stop by
Runic
the
Tavern.
I don't.
I
He
need
said
some
that
of
he,
that vodka. They're the only place that apparently carries the Krivan vodka.
I do want to make it a point that Randar expecting us to carry our weights, and if you think the ass beating we got the first time was bad, I don't think you want to experience the one if we're late.
It's like,
We weren't given the time.
he said before what? Daybreak?
Yeah, but the Minotaur guy said he doesn't close the shop until 4.
Oh. We can go find him. We could go get our asses
What
kicked and
the-
then go find him.
Yeah, we'll do
Nurse
that.
you back to health, Yaslin.
That's not what I... We could just be friendly.
He definitely just wanted to be friendly.
Totally, just a friendly encounter with
Like a really nice guy.
very
Like,
nice.
Weird about it.
Very, very civilized and gentlemanly.
So get our asses kicked and then watch the
Get drinks.
Yaslin experience.
During the debate, Warden is going to walk over and pick up the shards and put them into his hand, walking over to the bartender, dropping them off, and then returning with a towel to clean up the spill.
Go back to the temple. Well, it's not her accent. Back to the temple.
I think the temple it is.
Okay. All right, and off you go. You guys leave the market district, heading a little bit more eastern through town, moving eventually into the old town and up the kind of 45-minute or so stairway to reach the Temple of Gentle Lights. And at this time, the blizzard is over. It's a bit of a long jaunt, and you guys are feeling a little bit tired and sore and stiff by the time you reach it.
Do we have to get our butts beat
Don't
up?
want to get my ass kicked again, but
Can we maybe, skip that part?
I thought, well, there are some people, that dickhead who was being rude to Drow, I still wanted to talk to. I don't know if they'll give us the time of day if we don't honor our commitment to train.
Okay, well maybe training doesn't involve technically fighting. Although
Have you seen these people?
I
You were
know
there, you met the same people I did, yes.
Tro's just
I just-
walking, like adjusting his shoulder and stuff, just been living the fight.
Okay, your friends are ready to beat us again, right?
I worry.
Just head down.
I know Noah just joined us, but it would now be a good time for a break.
Yes, it would, as you guys prepare for what's coming up, and in the inevitable rematch in the Ring of Humility. Alrighty, so you guys get up to the temple. Again, walking in, you're immediately greeted by one of the monks of Gentle Light, coming out in kind of a shimmery, transferring of light looking cloak here. This is probably the most humble of the temples to any of the goddesses here in Aurora's Rest, at least certainly to Astraea, the goddess of the Aurora. And this is a place where people have to travel, a decent amount to get to this spot. But once they're here, there's a lot of help to be had. And excuse me, eyes itching and distracting me. And as you get in, you see the rows and rows of cots and the bunks. This is where Dro grew up. There are people looking like refugees, orphans, people who are drunkards, just general people who need some help and or want to help, and this is where a lot of them go. And you show back up. Are you guys trying to do any downtime, or are you just getting straight into it?
Just go for it.
I think we just go for it.
Just do it.
I can't get my sorcery points back.
Define downtime.
Are you delaying this before you start?
I think Joe would. So he can attune to the bracers.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
That's
idea.
true.
All right. Yeah, go for it. If you guys want to take an hour for a short rest, you are welcome to do so.
Yeah, I mean, if Hado wants to talk before or after he kicks our asses again.
Yeah.
I wanna
As
see him
you
perform once more.
as you're moving around, you don't see Hado or Randar. The first one that you probably see is Ska. And do you guys have anything specific you want to say to him or to prep?
I'm trying to
Or
remember
is it-
what he did.
Teleport.
Ska's the fast mover guy that
Fast one.
teleported you.
So he might have an idea of spatial magic.
He's the one that was rapid fire boxing Seamus's shadow clones.
But he also teleported, which is kind of spatial movement.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll ask him. Yes. You transferred me across the battlefield when we were sparring earlier. Do you deal in spatial magics?
And this is the one. And this is the one that Dro kind of grew up with. Yeah. I mean, when we tap into the goddess's powers, it manifests a little differently for all of us. What I can see is the space between the folds of the sky. Makes sense to me. So, yeah, some of my abilities are spatially related. I don't feel like I'm giving too much away. You've already seen them.
Do you have an understanding of grafts? Have you researched or studied them?
Not especially. I have an instinct for them. I have an instinct for all of that. Dedicated study, not quite as much, more like an intuitional following.
I'm looking for someone who may be able to help me find a way to track them, find them before they open, or find them opened, ideally before they opened, but and perhaps an understanding on how to close them with more ease. I've closed one before, but it took everything I had.
You closed a graft.
Yes,
That's a big feat.
I'm aware, but being able to find it before it opens.
And close it while it's small, I'm assuming is where you're going with that?
Yes.
Alright, I see what you're saying. That's not in my wheelhouse. But because of what I know the people who study it. Or at least some of them. There's the whole point of how this all started is to study this. Space and time, matter, energy, spirit. It's all very pliable here. And there's a reason that Aurora's Rest was founded here. It's for that. There's entire departments dedicated to what you're talking about at the Grand Athenium.
Do you know of anyone who would be amenable to discussions of this topic with a foreigner such as myself?
Everybody's a foreigner here. None of us are native. Or at least, none of the founders were native. We're all transplants.
I think that is fair. So just anyone at the Grand Athenium, or do you have someone you recommend?
I do. He's a big fella, kind of furry. You'll probably like him. He's gentle as can be. You'll have to find a way to get his audience. But you're going to want to talk to Storin. He's. Have you seen the Grand Athenium yet?
I believe I saw it while we were on the train in. It was the one with all the towers, right? I could see the magic. I thought I could see between worlds in the sky as well as we entered, up in the lights. The magic flowing down into those towers.
How did you see that? That's not normally visible.
I have the ability to see far more than most for a short time. It's a gift granted by... Don't know, it's something that happened to me during spiritual tethering. I don't know if you know a lot about Kalashtar.
None.
We are bound to spirits of our ancestors, and when I was going through the ceremony, something more happened. I hesitate to say something went wrong because I got greater power and ability through it, but it was not the way it was meant to go.
Okay, then. Sounds convenient, I guess.
It can be.
Well, I digress. The Grand Athenium, all those towers, one of them's Storm's. He's the one that studies graphs. He's essentially the top expert in his field. That I know. I'm sure the Empire has its own experts as well. Might even be able to give him a run for his money. But he's the top of the food chain here, but it's a big food chain. You may have to work your way up. Or find some reason to get him to take your appointment.
Maybe telling him I closed the graft will be enough.
That might work. Might need a little more. But it's
Is
a
your
start.
name a little more? Or would you prefer I not name drop you?
I don't mind. You can tell him I gave you the reference. I know him socially. My name doesn't hold a lot of weight in the community. It's not nothing, but it's not a lot.
Well, every little bit counts, does it not?
Depends on what you're going for, but in this case, it might.
Ah, thank you, Scott. You don't think anyone else here would have any more insight on this topic?
Honestly, here, I'm the best we got here at this temple. Humbly speaking, I just mean nobody else is really trying to specialize in it like I am. But I'm also still new to this game.
I appreciate your assistance for sure. I'm gonna
You're
go
very welcome.
rest with the others so that you can kick her ass in a couple minutes.
Looking forward to do so.
Thank you. And I will go rest for what remains of our rest.
Okay. Dro, you do have time to attune. Roll me an Arcana check.
That's a 6.
6.
I think. Let me double check my
Your
modifier.
your arcane abilities are still in their infancy. But recently you feel like you've been able to gather a shape to them beyond what just the shadows represent. You put on the bracers. Do you put them? Well, I guess as you put them on and begin to attune to them, it takes you a while of focus and concentration. You feel resistance from them. And as you do, there's kind of this mental block you have. It's a more complex thing to bind yourself to than what you've experienced before. You've kind of in your meditative mind, as you're sitting there and concentrating on the items, they're kind of a lattice work of crisscross gold, and they appear almost like a cage around you in your mind. And they begin to kind of shrink in slowly as you're standing there kind of in your dark, blank mind space. What do you do?
Are they just in my mind? Is it closing on his entire body in his head or just his forearms?
More like they're large, like big enough to be a dome, like a cage surrounding you, maybe 10, 15 feet high, that's made up of the same metalwork that the bracers are. And the entire thing is closing in.
I'm the only one visible.
Correct.
I don't even know if this makes sense, but is there anything I can roll to... No, never mind. I'm going to sit down, and instead of immediately reacting like I do, I'm just going to calm everything. And listen for what I think is right, recalling Randar's conversation of basically listening to your instincts and act upon them. For once, he's going to chill out, take Randar's advice, open up his mind to the fact that he is standing in his home. The last time he was here, he was just a monk. And he's come back as a protector, a champion. And he has a reason to be here. He's just gonna sit and listen and let the cages get closer and closer.
Roll me a wisdom save with advantage.
21.
You breathe, you've got your eyes closed. And you're waiting for this moment, accepting whatever it is that is about to happen. Not going to rebel, not going to push back, not going to fight it. You just accept that it's on its way. After about 2 minutes here, just plenty of time for what you should have felt. The pressure of the collapsing cage or something. You don't feel it. You open up your eyes. And you can feel them. Pull back your sleeve. And the lattice work is attached to yourself. And on, I believe it's your right side that you have your mark, right?
Which one? Do you mean the scar?
Kieran, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lattice work of the bracer has shifted and does not cover the scar at all. It is formed to shape itself around your mark. And you are properly attuned.
Which also means I'm no longer attuned to the tattoo.
Yeah. And as you look at it, you close your eyes, you open back up. Your tattoo is on your left arm. You see it begin to dissolve and disintegrate and fall into ash on the floor.
Think, kind of stare at that for a little bit, and I think of a little bit of a wave of relief that was something he had given to him when he left, but it held a lot of bad memories. Even though he's done good with it, I think he realizes he relied on it way too much, and at some point it would have held him back if he sat and relied on it.
Okay. All right. Any other downtime actions as you guys are preparing for your fight?
I'm going to go ahead and look around the area. You had mentioned that there was a whole bunch of different types of people, orphans and drunkards and whatnot. Is there any area that seems to be serving food or drink?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's like a kitchen area, and there are people who come and bring items from the kitchen and pass them around.
I'll turn to the group and I'll say,
Hope you don't mind. Excuse me for just a minute or two. I'll be right back in time for the skirmish.
he's just gonna wander off to the kitchen. You're muted.
3 times. Jeez, I'm on a roll tonight, guys. Are you looking for anything specifically? Or are you looking to help out?
I'm looking for a pot of any sort, such as a teapot or a coffee pot.
Oh, yeah. I definitely have some of this. It's a humble kitchen, but it's well stocked. Lots of its materials are mishmashed. The plates don't match, the silverware doesn't match, the glasses don't match.
Is there anyone walking around in here that seems to be in charge, or are people just kind of coming in, taking stuff, and leaving?
No, it's more like there is an order to the kitchen, but they also don't mind if people come in. Most people just go and sit and request food to be brought to them. And so they do.
Very well. Then I'm going to go ahead and walk over to some of the servers that are walking around handing out food, and I'm just going to say,
Oh, excuse me. Just a second. Do you have a second?
Indeed, I do. And it's a kind of a middle-aged elven woman with like gray, stripy, blonde hair.
Am I able to take a little bit of whatever's in that pot over there to drink?
Sure. You're more than welcome to.
Thank
Currently, it's a black tea, but we can make anything that you would like. Well, we can make many different types of teas, coffees, ciders, etc.
Oh, regular tea's just fine for me. I really appreciate it.
he's going to walk over and look for any teacups he can find.
Oh yeah, there's teacups. You can. There's teacups, mugs, etc.
So go ahead and take a teacup and fill it up a quarter of the way, and then leave the room sipping on the tea, rejoining the party.
Also,
Alrighty.
also the note to everybody else, Dro is not with you guys.
Okay, Yaslin, Seamus, anything for you two?
What I want to do is such a bad idea.
That's the best thing to do.
Like, really? Are we sure? It's probably not a good idea. Gosh. Is there like any semi mostly secluded room in this place that she can find?
The most isolated area is outside.
Okay.
But if you want to find something inside, there's a lot of just people here. There's not a lot of empty space. Your best bet is probably something like a pantry or a storage closet or
You'll
like
find Yaslin in the pantry.
like something like small and utility and like out of the way, not like a social area or a bedroom.
Yeah, she'll do that. She'll lock herself in like a pantry or storage area real quick.
Okay.
Gosh. Dumb, but she is worried. She's gonna try to be very careful about this. But she tries to reach out to her chimera and not the other thing that's in her right now. Just like a little tap, like are you okay kind of tap.
Do me a favor. Roll an insight check and a deception check at the same time.
Okay, cool. Oh gosh. That's a 17 for her insight.
Okay.
Gosh, I'm not confident in. Yeah, that's a 4.
Oh, it was almost there.
That's what I about expected from her. She's usually not like used to having to like tiptoe around herself.
Yeah. Do you have inspiration by chance?
No.
Okay.
No,
I'll give it.
Yes,
I will give it to you. I'll give you a point of inspiration. Actually, everybody can have a point of inspiration. You guys have all had awesome moments over this session or the last session. Yaslin, you get one for portable salad.
Oh God, not the portals! My brain went so smooth right there. I might never live that down.
Yep. So if you want to use it now, you're welcome to.
I don't think I will because I think it does fit very well for Yaslin to be bad at this. Like she's never had to like be so cautious of like talking to herself and her chimera before.
Yeah.
She's definitely had like spats, but she also went into those very confidently. And then
Right.
she's like,
Okay. So, Yaslin, you reach in. Which one are you trying to contact?
my chimera.
Which head?
I think her dragon, because that's the one she communicates with the most, and so that's the one she feels like she could probably get into contact with the easiest.
Okay. What do you say?
I don't know what this thing has done to you, but you can't give up.
Blur. Everything is blurry. Does it feel right? It's unnerving. Wake the as you're jaunted back out, and you hear, "This realm is not yours anymore, child."
Don't get too fucking comfortable here.
Comfort. What does that word mean?
You don't know? Well, I don't think I'm going to tell you, because it's something you'll never feel. Not here.
Doesn't sound like it matters. She fades out.
I don't know what to do. Oh, this is not the greatest.
A little above board context giving, unless you want to stay in the dark, Noah. Yaslin's chimera has a new head that took over.
Galzin's got a parasite that's literally hitchhiking, and she doesn't appreciate it.
I don't think most people enjoy parasites. They tend to, make you sick and worse.
Mm-hmm. And it's a bug.
Yeah, she's got mixed feelings about hiring a bug.
It's okay. Squishing bugs is what we do best.
Yep.
She stays in the pantry.
There's some like jerky next to you that smells really nice.
Yeah, she's.
Seamus, anything for you?
I think Seamus is just kind of mentally preparing for the fight. He didn't like how it went last time. It wasn't as bad for him as it was for some of the others, but neither myself or Seamus like to lose. So just trying to think about what can change about this fight, and also recognizing that I do have maybe something I can bring to the table in this fight that I didn't have before.
Okay. All right. As you guys kind of finish up your preparations, Ska gathers the others. The 6 monks travel down the slope to the overarched cave. And you enter once more into the Ring of Humility.
Alright, so before. Oh, shit. Sorry, I thought we had just a little bit more time.
Yeah, you're walking.
Anything I should know before we get into this?
Don't let them hit you.
What?
Stay far away. I'm actually not going to get that close.
Well,
Range.
Yeah, feel free to put yourselves wherever you like to on the map.
Yeah, no, I'll stay up front. That's my whole point. The distance
So-
of being the front line.
Morgan, with what we discussed, Joe would be centered before they get there. But
Mhm.
once they come up, I think he would stand up and walk over to the group.
Sounds good.
Oh.
I
I'm going to
don't,
pop my
Bro.
vision too. My
I
true
don't
sight.
want to do this.
Okay, you're popping eyes.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to, as my eyes start to glow a light lavender, I just wink at Ska.
Gives you a little nod. Okay.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So then as we enter into this area, and you're like, don't get hit, Warden is going to go ahead and just kind of look at everyone and go,
alright. Well, if that's what the objective is, I suppose I can probably do that pretty well.
and he just turns and starts walking away.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's fine.
um, I'm gonna have to use a little placeholder here in a little bit. Didn't think about that. Okay. You get up, and Dauphin, Dro's mentor, or not Dauphin. Sorry,
I
Randar,
was like, wait, he's back?
Dro's mentor, looks at you all. I didn't expect you to be willingly back here so soon. What changed your mind?
I look at Dro, who
Yeah.
made such a point about not being late.
Mitt looks at Joe as well.
Walks up to him. So no
No,
one
I
else
mean-
can hear.
No, I mean, I expected you to chicken out for a couple of days at least.
I didn't realize that was an option.
Thought we would be here before first light.
Drow.
Oh, I would have beat her ass harder if you had.
Turns and points at Randar. See? Told you.
When do I start shooting, by the way? Is it when they start moving, or do I do it now? Like, I don't really actually know how this is
You'll get
supposed
the
to go.
signal.
What's the signal?
You'll know.
Don't worry, you will see it.
Oh god. Dro
Oh,
just turns and looks at Marco.
I kind of love that. Let me see here. You've got dark vision, but it's only 60 feet. Okay.
I think it's 90 feet now because I'm at level 9. So I'll look at.
Not you, somebody else.
Or less concerning. I think I know who.
I'm gonna
There's
just for
plenty of
shiggles
flanks, don't worry about
because
it.
we were here last time. I'm just gonna reset Fog of War.
Did they come from the front last time, or do I have to worry about watching my ass? Good answer. I'll keep that in mind
Yeah, I
then.
have. My true sight's 90 feet now. dear. Are those initiatives?
Those were initiatives.
Morgan, the statue.
Famous!
What
Do,
about the statue?
do I recognize what it is exactly?
Yes.
Oh, Marco.
So dead.
Because Dro's gonna look
So
over
dead.
all the monks' shoulders up at that statue.
Give me a history check at advantage.
Is my character sheet connected in here?
It is.
Oh, it is? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I
Remind me how to
imported
do
you.
initiative.
That's a great question. How initiative? Double click yourself. It's under your portrait on the left.
That is 19.
Oh, I don't know if
Right,
you've been
right.
playing on Foundry lately, Noah, but they got some upgrades.
Yeah, hey, a lot of things are different.
Yes.
I have noticed that. Okay, so that is normal initiative right there. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to change that dice color, aren't we?
Ni-
Um,
19.
Why do I get a 0.17?
Morgan doesn't want to talk about it.
He said bye.
I don't know. It's
over.
Game over, man! It's game over.
The rest of my system is fine, but all of a sudden my Discord was like, "I'm out." Okay. Dro, would you say 19?
19.
Yeah. In Aurora's Rest, people worship the goddesses. There are no gods, no male figures of worship. There was one attempt once at godhood as opposed to goddesshood. As far as you know, this is the only statue to that being in the city. The unnamed brother. The brother who stood out of his place, tried to usurp what the three sisters were doing, and was shut down, put in their place, and forced to spend eternity meditating on what they had done, bound to the ground by cloth that was impossible to raise higher. As its punishment, the cloth only lowers. It will not upwardly raise above the earth. And so it is a lesson in humility and perpetual perseverance to not let yourself go and sink further down, because you won't ever be able to come back up.
Okay. I'll just look up at the statue and kind of nod and take a couple steps back, and I rolled 23 for initiative.
Nice. Okay, go ahead and take your step back.
So you 2 steps back. This time,
And
pulling the sword out.
Randar looks at you. So what are you here for? All of you.
I was gonna turn and look to the rest. Turn back towards Randar. I'm here to grow stronger to protect them. And then he's just going to step to the side and let Randar speak to the four of them standing there now.
And you. I with the horns.
Maybe a couple lessons self-control.
Understood. Mr. Black, yourself.
I'm actually here for the same reason as Dro.
Margot.
To give what they have to this group, with what time I have left.
And how about you? Way in the back. Newcomer.
How about me? What?
You see him just sigh.
Just shrugs.
We paid him.
He's here for 25 gold.
You guys are
close
having this
enough.
normal conversation, and you're like, "All right, what do you think?" Dude's like, "You guys are talking right now? I thought we were just staring at each other."
I'll do what I can to oblige your requests in how to learn. Begin! Oops, nope. Ah, crap. I stopped the encounter. I thought I started it.
Begin!
No, wait, everyone stop, hold on!
I'll re-roll initiative if you want.
Begin! And by begin, I mean end.
Wait, time out, no, stop, please! Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox.
Oh gosh!
Okay, yeah, go ahead and re-roll initiative, guys, because I ain't gonna try to recover any of that.
Well, damn.
Oh, it's about the same as what I rolled last time.
Seamus, you lost your natural 20.
Please don't be
Oh.
worse, please don't be worse.
Oh
17.
no, guys! Please.
Oh, thank you.
The re-roll has
Okay.
killed us all.
I'm actually in the same exact position I was before.
Oh,
The
that's
re-roll has killed
interesting.
us half.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember what any of my guys got.
Seamus, you lost your natural 20.
Seamus, I will honor the nat 20 because that was there. What's your dex mod? Actually, I'm just gonna put you at 24, so you're above Randar. Okay. Oh, you're muted.
Dro was first, then it was Scott, and then it was me.
Even with your natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you would have been very first anyways. Didn't take natural 20 being extra awesome into account.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep those first three in the same order.
I have a question. Is there somewhere where, like, the initiative order is displayed on here, like in Roll20? Or do you guys just...
The top, the two swords, if you right click on it, you can pop it out.
Oh, it doesn't
Right
do
click.
that.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
It just gives me the bar at the bottom with all my combat actions.
The rolls are also in the chat if you want me to read them off to you.
No, I
Oh,
can do
yeah.
that. I just thought there would be
Oh,
like
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
actual initiative list somewhere.
No, you're totally right. Okay, yeah, go ahead and read them off. So Seamus, I've got you up at the top with 24.
Randall was an 8.21. Hadou was 17.19. Ska was 22.18. Juan was 20.5.
Sorry, Scott was what? 22.18?
22.18.
Okay.
Juan was 20.15. Dio was 12.7. Gong was 7.17.
Oh, Gung wound up in the exact same spot.
Nice. Yeah, I was 22.14.
I'm going to bump you up to 24 because you got a natural 20.
Margot was 8.17. Yaslin was 18.16.
Same.
Same.
Same. The same roll.
Warden was 18.17. And that's it.
Okay, cool. Begin combat. So Seamus, you are up first.
I am going to run in front of Margot, and I'm going to twin cast Greater Invisibility on it.
Okay.
Oh, this is so good.
And then I'm going to run up, and I'm going to bonus action hide.
Okay, do so at advantage.
Ooh, look at that. That is
Double nat 20s.
That's going to be a 30.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So that's Seamus's go. Dro, start us off.
Are we missing a monk?
Yes, because I put Dio over somebody else.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, and as things begin, Randar's going to clap his hands together. And the no, what was it? The blue aura comes out as his legendary reaction.
What was the blue aura again?
You know it means defend. Because you speak Dwarvish.
Fuck, I was hoping that wouldn't be. Okay. Joe is going to. Fuck it. He's gonna run by, and it's going to look like he's about to swing at Randar, and as he goes to swing, he's swinging at Hadou.
Okay. Go for it. Go for your strike against Hada.
$13.
13 does not hit.
Oh wait.
He sees the feint. He sees the feint coming, and
No,
like
I'm sorry. 16. I added the wrong thing.
Still does not hit.
Okay.
Uses an upward swipe to like smack the blade upwards into the air for your first strike.
Half 23? 25.
25. Okay, that will hit.
Yeah, I'll roll the damage through here so it adds to that.
Oh, okay. And I mentioned this last time that I had a little bit of thematic problems with the base monsters that I kind of created this encounter off of. The Gon's ability to use future insight to re-roll, I've moved that ability over to Hado because his theme is time, and Gon's is not. So Hado is going to use his reaction to make you re-roll that 23.
Okay. Same thing.
Okay, it lands then. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, it's making me... Hold on, I have to roll to attack first. It won't let me do my damage without...
Okay, 14 points slashing in. You faint. You smack out, bring it around quickly, kind of flip the blade around and like cut right across his like upper thigh for 14 points of damage.
I think just
Sneaky little shit.
just because of the previous interactions and the previous conversations that Jero had with Randar about improving, he's gonna throw a smite into there.
Okay, go for it.
Where's... I forgot what to roll for smite.
No.
1d8?
Yeah.
2d8?
Level.
It's a spell, technically, isn't it?
Okay.
You use your spell slot, yeah.
Oh, okay, but it's a feature.
Additional 7 radiant.
Okay. He looks at you. Sneaky little shit.
Just kind of smiles at him, and Jero is going to... Yes, he is going to step up the wind to back off.
Okay.
Right next to Yaslin. And look over. You good?
We'll see.
I'm just gonna smile and then just get into a defensive stance. That's his turn.
Okay. Next up is Ska, but before that, I'm going to take my first villain action. Okay, and it's going to be Hado. Hado is going to use his Pull from the Future ability. And he's going to rip open the air, and I'm actually going to roll for this.
Fine.
Come on. Oh, but that's stuck. Okay. And he's going to bring in a portion of stone that looks like a rock pile in front of him, and he can manipulate 7 squares worth of material, and he's going to basically build up a wall that is 5 feet, or is 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall. I think that makes sense. It's a little bit of a pyramid, but it puts up a wall to block off some sight.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gonna put it a little closer. And okay.
well, I feel safer.
I see through it still with my true sight.
No, because it's just rock. And it's not unlike right now, it's not covered in snow. It's covered in like lots of little like small green little plants instead. Okay. So that's his go. Let's see here. Ska is going to fly up 10 feet, use his graceful step ability to move 40 feet, and then he's going to use the remainder of his turn to dash.
Oh, suddenly everyone's afraid of the sniper.
Right. I know that I'm colliding with the wall. I'm flying. So this guy just jumps up into the air and launches off to land directly behind
Warden.
Still getting used to the name.
That's okay, I am too.
Okay. Next is Juan, who I didn't get to play with much last time. Okay, Juan is going to move over here. And Seamus, as they're running, you see them like run straight towards you and or run forward, kind of do something with their eyes, and then their eyes track you immediately.
Oh.
Even with a nat 30 hide, can he
Oh, that's
perception
right.
check me?
That's right. They cast See Invisibility. But you're still hiding like a boss. So they're going around it. They're going around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They come over here and they clock Margot, who is not hiding.
Oh no.
Okay, and then to do. Okay, and they are using their matter manipulation ability as the bonus action, and they get astral step. So,
Oh my gosh.
so they essentially blink right behind Margot as well.
I'm not gonna get to do a damn thing this time.
That's their turn because they popped See Invisibility as their action. Next up is Warden. What is happening with my music? The music keeps dying.
Warden sees the guy fly past him, and he just kind of stands up from his crouching position, and he looks behind him and he goes,
I hope I hope that you do realize that you're back here with me. Like, okay.
And he takes his rifle and just goes into his 2 pistols, and he will go ahead and fire Zephyr and Tempest.
Oh, we didn't actually talk about that yet. I'd say to combine or separate is a bonus action.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I'll do my bonus action, and I'll take my attack and attack action.
Cool.
So we'll start with Zephyr.
Cool. And we'll get better art for this at some point. Mid-Journey had a hard time making those pistols any cooler. But the 2 pistol, or his rifle, basically slips it around and his rifle becomes 2 pistols instead.
To which he will go ahead and have one in his upper right arm and one in his lower left arm, just to give a little bit of, dynamics there. His other 2 arms are just kind of flipping off as he goes ahead and fires them. So the fire thing, this is going to be weird. Okay, 13 to hit.
Does not hit, and actually yep, so it does not hit. You go to fire and he sees it coming, kind of puts his foot on your hand and redirects it, and it shoots into the snow.
A whole bunch of snow goes flying off in the background behind them from that one. And Morden goes,
Right. Maybe I did drink a little bit too much today. All right. We'll go with the other one then. Kaboom.
19 does hit.
Alrighty. Then he will have to go ahead and make his Constitution saving throw.
Okay, and con save. That's a 3. So that
Okay,
was
then
Tempest. Which one is Tempest?
Tempest is the one that is the good old second pistol. It fires a blast of air that swirls like a tempest, like a tornado, up into the air and then back down, thrusting him onto the ground and dealing Oh, that did not roll my right damage. Oh? Did that port over wrong? These are custom weapons from, what is it called? D&D Beyond. Am I able to fix that? Okay, I'll figure out how to do that, but I'll just roll it the right way. That is 9 force damage as it shoots. Oh, you're muted. It shoots a blast of air as previously described. You're muted again.
So muted.
Rough night.
Rough night, guys. Rough night. Yep. So it comes. So you use the first one a little bit as a feint, and then you, instead of shooting at him, you shoot up, and the air slams him to the ground. Just, oh, I didn't see that coming.
It's because it went above you. Hope you don't mind. I think this is a perfect time to.
And he's before he even finishes, he's just gonna start running up the other side of this mountain.
Okay, and before you do, he is going to take an attack of opportunity against you.
Yes, I'm hoping that disadvantage will help.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
Disadvantage? Jesus.
Disadvantage, I still rolled a 17.
Yep. Disadvantage. Lands on the ground. You start running away, and he's gonna reach out, and instead of hitting you, he's gonna grapple instead. So reaches out and like I don't know here. It just grabs your ankle, and you like aren't expecting it. You kind of like drop to one knee. You're not prone, but you are grappled.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna turn back and go.
Well, that was actually pretty impressive. I don't tend to see people who are very fast. I just tend to see people who are dead. Congratulations. That was actually really cool. I think I might have to talk to you a little bit about that afterwards.
Kind of pulls his face out of the snow. And he looks up at you. This is gonna be fun.
This is where the fun begins.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Yaslin, you are up next.
Gosh, somebody literally just blinked behind me, and somebody else flew right over me too. I think I'm gonna have to turn around and realize that everyone's kind of being ganged up on. I don't know where our two casters are, but that's okay. I think we're just gonna beat this guy up. Gonna bonus action shift. And then we'll get to town.
Okay, and sorry, Yaslin, I'm gonna rewind slightly.
Go ahead.
This wouldn't have affected what just happened with Warden because he's out of range.
Okay.
I forgot lair action.
Okay.
So the lair action, this time around, the kind of like aurora lights that are happening, they begin to condense, and
I'm about to get whacked with something.
maybe. What does that say? I don't know. I wrote something weird for my notes. The lights begin to like flash in like strobe, and they splat in a 15-foot cube that is going to be centered on Dro. If I can...
Wall of force.
It's not Wall of Force this time.
What is that?
So it's going to be centered on Dro. I need both Dro and Yaslin to make wisdom saves as
Oh,
you are
no.
being essentially attacked with a condensed version of hypnotic pattern.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. Are we for real here? Okay.
You guys only saw one layer action last time.
Natural 20.
18.
Natural 20 and an 18. The DC is 18.
Holy
You're
shit.
fine. Randar's a badass, and the lair is appropriately strong compared to it, associated with Randar. So you both stave off it, no problems. The wall ahead of you kind of helps. You're able to like duck down a little bit as you like see it coming and shake it off. So okay, Yaslin, continue to where you were.
Okay, so that is all valid. I shift and
Yep, you
I
shift, you move.
swing.
Okay, go for it.
Recklessly in parentheses, because right now it's just me being super precise.
Sounds good.
And it is that. I don't know
26
what I'm
will
hitting.
hit.
Okay. Be him.
Ooh, 16 points. That hits hard and home. And you see, hear Juan, like, like blink over there, and he's about to strike, and then sees you rush over. He's like, not again.
Like after the first swing, she's like, wait a minute. I'm so sorry. This is happening again.
A 21 hits. Alright, go for it. Another 16. And already he's bleeding bad and already down. Like, he's hurt quite a bit. That's Yaslin's go.
Yaslin's turn. Yaslin's like, I'm sorry, man.
Right. Okay, Hado gets his turn back, and his reactions are back. Okay, he's going to run and 5, 10, 15, 20, and jump up on top of the wall, so he's 10 feet up. And so he can see now, and he's going to cast... So, this is interesting. He's going to cast slow. As the time around everybody begins to shift down. Wait, why is this not showing up? It's probably in features, that's why. Nope. Okay, I'm not seeing it. Oh, sorry, wrong character. Sorry, ignore that. It's not casting slow. He's running up, and as he jumps down at Dro with that glowing mega fist of his again, and is going for his temporal strike ability.
Come on, please. Please.
Marco.
No temporal. He's going for his temporal strike.
He knocked himself out.
Yeah, he temporal
Not
struck
one.
himself into the next
So,
turn.
Noah, this temporal strike was what took Dro out with one hit.
This is literally
70 damage last time.
So we're a bunch of level 10s fighting level 20s is what's happening here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
That's what I thought.
On their
We're gonna
home
get our
turf.
asses handed to us.
when it says Ring of Humility, it really is the Ring of Humility. Like, we really do get humbled in this ring.
This is not really a light skirmish. You know, not really a little brawl
No.
sparring session.
I can't say anything because he's not on here. Silvery Barbs.
Type it out. Silvery Barbs.
Okay.
There he is.
Silvery Barbs. Silvery Barbs. Silvery Barbs.
Silvery
Reroll
barbs.
that shit. Yes.
Okay.
Please.
I don't know if
Alright.
it'll help, but I'm trying.
Oh.
God, it was better.
That was a good chance. Comes down with the big hammer blow again, Dro. And where's my damage?
Oh, Dro.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, but
Ooh.
the wisdom save?
Wow.
Oh my gosh! He was ready! He's actually...
He's gonna use. Wait, what? Okay. He's going to use his future sight ability to make you re-roll that wisdom save.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Just as he
Oh, no.
is
Wait,
foreseen.
Do your reactions restart at the end of your turn?
Beginning.
The beginning,
Yeah.
yeah.
I tried.
That's fair.
I'm trying to hustle
Oh.
everything I can out of this round.
Yeah, that's fair. So Dro, give me another wisdom save.
21.
21. Okay. I'm gonna undo all of that. You take full damage. You take the full 66, so
Jesus.
he comes down and just cleans your clock, moving kind of fast. And as he jumps down, smacks you, and like you look up, and you're still here. You do
Cool.
not get punched into the next round.
Joe's just gonna look up and just smile and spit the blood out of his mouth at him.
Surprised it's not black. Okay. Dio is up next. Okay, where's Dio gonna be? Five, 10, 15, 20. Oops, stay there, Randar. Let me see. Corner to corner. Oh, what am I doing? No, that's fine. He knows what we're doing. Where did we start out? Okay, Dio's gonna come over here and he's gonna pop see invisibility on himself as well for his action. And that will be his turn. Okay. Randar's go. He's going to move up. He's gonna fly over here. So he's up 10 feet in the air. And sure, he's going to cast see invisibility. So he can see now as well. So the three of them in the northern side all have it.
It's where the effort is.
I mean, you made three of them burn their actions.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. Marco, you are up.
I'm going to cast 4th level Wither and Bloom. Shit, that's it up. Here.
Okay.
So since it's 4th level, Dro, you're going to be able to roll 3 hit dice and add +4 to heal. So you can roll 3 of your hit dice and add that +4 to heal. really, really good saves.
That old man is terrible at his saves. He was
But
bad last time
It was more
too.
about healing Dro than it was about damaging them.
Yep, and that's alright.
That's it. I'm too scared to move.
Sounds good.
I don't have any bonus action. Can I quicken cantrip?
Yes you can.
Haven't used this yet. Oh, but he's so close. That's ranged. Why are all my cantrips ranged? Actually, I'm gonna quicken Mind Sliver and target
Okay.
poor old Juan.
Poor Juan, he's been through a lot.
Saves.
There.
Oh, babe.
I was hoping he'd run away like a little bitch.
Mind Sliver, is that a level 1 or is that a cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
Is there a half damage on cantrips when they fail?
It says, so the failure means that they don't get the, like, Bane condition, essentially it is. Oh no, hold on. Target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 damage and subtract 1d4 from their next saving throw it makes at the end of their turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna reverse
it
the
looks like they
damage
don't
there.
take any damage.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay, we're the effort there. Okay. Okay, where were we?
Dro, we survived one round.
Don't jinx
Knock
us.
on wood right now. Look,
Bruh.
don't curse it because.
Already had a natural 20 thrown away.
Yeah, that sucked.
Still gotta wait for Gone, right?
That heal was nice though.
Yeah, Gone hasn't gone.
Walks into the
Was
center
it
of the
Gone
room,
that did
turns
the
into a
head
nuke.
flick thing?
No, it's Dio.
No, it's Dio.
It's
It's the old man.
Take that motherfucker down. He needs to die.
Yeah, we hate old men.
Oh, what is
No,
this?
what is
What
that?
is this?
He turned into a nuclear bomb, just like I said.
Excuse me? Yeah. God said die.
I love the reaction I'm getting right now. You guys have seen this before.
It's the
What?
reverse gravity.
I disagree.
After Margot's go, Randar's going to use his legendary action, all three of them, to reverse gravity. Except
So much
you haven't
bigger
seen
than
this
last
part. It's
time?
not. It's not. No, it's the same. You guys were all just clustered further up the map, so I didn't really need to make it. Except it's not actually reverse gravity. It's change gravity.
Oh.
So all of this, the gravity flicks forward and everybody starts pulling up the map. Need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw if you don't want to move.
Well, this is fair.
So, if I do move, will this guy still be holding on to me, or will that force a breakage of the grip?
Depends on what your dex save is. I don't know, I'll let the dice tell the story.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, because I will willingly fail if that causes him to lose.
Okay,
Beast.
let me see. Wow.
19.
Okay, anybody that got lower than an 18,
Oh my god.
you are shunted forward up the map.
I'm gonna cast Featherfall on everybody on my team, and maybe we can fall at an angle slowly.
You fall northward slowly.
Free falling. Did we hit this wall?
That was the intention. But Yaslin, you slowly move up here.
Oh,
And
hey.
Seamus, you would move to right about here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Smile at Juan like, oh shit.
Actually, it's not just there. Okay, so Yaslin would stay there. Seamus, it's actually 100. How do I do this? This spell's a little tricky. Since it's a cylinder, but it's essentially like on its side, and the cylinder is 100 feet tall. So anybody who failed is going 100 feet up the map as far as they can go.
Oh no. Good.
So Seamus still does so, landing softly. Yaslin landing softly. Dro,
19.
Margot, and Warden all stay. You see, and all my monks have Featherfall, but I'll still make them roll to see if they're moving or not. He doesn't know where Seamus went, so he is gonna try to make a save here. Yep, he's fine. Dio. Dio makes the save, he stays put. Juan probably wants to get out of there. So he's... Well, actually, Yaslin just left. So he's gonna make the save.
I'm about to pull out my wand.
Nope.
Wand.
Juan gets over here, he's like... And he looks over at Yaslin.
Hi.
Oh, shit.
Oh yes.
And Ska has flight, so he is going to stay where he is on purpose. Juan does not have flight, right? Nope, Juan does not have flight. Okay, so that's the reverse gravity for this round. So now it's Gon's turn. He has no idea that Seamus just flew by. So... Let's see, so... He is... Oh no, he needs to make the dex save as well, because of how I said that. Yeah, he's fine. Okay. He's going to teleport himself. He's going to teleport himself up here into, like, the nooks of the rock. And, like, hunker down and prepare himself for next time. Yep. Okay. So that's their go, and now we're back at the top. As Seamus gets punted away, and you guys are essentially well corralled into the center here, except for Margot. Let me see. I'm gonna put eyes on these guys just so I can remember who's doing what. And Randar can see as well. Okay. We will end there for tonight. We'll pick this back up to next week and see where we net out. First round.